Well, happy Friday to you, God's people at Grace. It is great to come to you again on this Friday and offer this weekly update. It is a beautiful day outside. The sun is shining on it's Thursday as I'm recording this. And as I look outside, I am reminded of what a blessing each and every day is from God. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be thankful for it. I come to you today with two important updates about ministry here at Grace. The first concerns our office, and the second concerns worship. For our office, just wanted to let you know as God's people that our office will be opening up again on Tuesday, the day after Memorial Day, from 9 until 3 o'clock. And then starting on that Tuesday, our office will be open Mondays through Thursdays from 9 until 3 p.m. The office will remain closed on Fridays, but from 9 till 3, Monday through Thursday, the office will once again be open. Our encouragement to you in that is twofold. First of all, please call ahead and set up an appointment. One of the things we've learned in this season is how easy it is to work remotely and still be able to accomplish ministry. A ministry isn't constrained and confined by working in an office. It isn't constrained and confined by working in any specific place. God works through the power of His Spirit wherever God's servants are at. And so we have the opportunity to work, to do ministry in our community among people and among those that are far from God and those that God has drawn near to Himself. But because of that, please call ahead to set up an appointment. That way we can make sure that we make ourselves available to you when you are here. The second encouragement is this. If you have an appointment, but you are feeling sick, we ask that you would not come in, but instead reschedule that appointment. If you have any of the signs of COVID, any of those symptoms, we just encourage you, please do not come in the office. Call us, email us, reschedule an appointment with us. We love to make ourselves available to you later, but we do want to keep our staff and those who are serving at Grace healthy. Our second announcement today concerns worship. Our staff met for about 4 hours on Tuesday to talk about worship and what that might look like and when we might be ready to re-enter into worship. And so we wanted to let you know that our plan is to re-enter into worship on June 13th and 14th, that weekend. So the plan is June 13th and 14th, we will gather back together as God's people for worship. Now, as we do that, please understand that things might not look exactly the way they did before. We will have different precautions in place, different procedures in place, so that we can do the best worship ministry possible, but at the same time, we can keep God's people safe and healthy. So please understand that this is a work in which we will phase back into worship different elements of the service and of the Sunday and Saturday night experience, but it might look a little bit different to begin with. So please be patient with that, but at the same time, how exciting is it for us to look forward to June 13th and 14th when we plan to gather back together to worship as God's people together. We will, over the next 3+ weeks, be sending out email updates so that you might know some of those details surrounding what it's going to look like as we come back together for worship. We're going to continue to monitor what is going on in our communities and surrounding communities, and as things change, we will make adjustments to what worship will look like and the plans that we have for it based on what we're seeing taking place. But we do so not in a spirit of fear, but in a spirit of faith. We do so trusting in a God who is with us, who has overcome this world. We do so with wisdom so that we know how to care for God's people, but we do so in the wisdom of knowing we fear the Lord and not the things of this world. And so we are going to, in a way of coming together and gathering together in faith, plan to do so starting June 13th and 14th. Now, I know some of you, as you listen to this, may be saying, Pastor, that's just too early for me. Not ready for that. I'm not sure my family's ready for that, and that's okay. We understand, and we want you to still be able to worship. So in that respect, we're going to still offer online worship even after we start gathering back together in person. During this season, as we said, this was a Romans 8:28 moment where God works all things for the good. One of those things God worked for the good was he helped us as a team understand how to do online virtual worship. So when we gather back together, we're going to have the ability now to continue to provide virtual worship. Now, it might be a little bit different than how we've been able to provide it so far because we will be back to doing live worship, but we will still provide it and we will share those details with you as we continue to work those details out. But for those that are ready to gather back together in person, June 13th and 14th, we plan to have worship services again. And for those who cannot join with us, for those who do not feel comfortable yet joining with us, or if there are times where you're out of town or you're sick and you're at home, you'll still be able to worship with us. We look forward to that time. We are working diligently to make the plans on how to do that ministry well with safety for God's people, but we are excited to gather back together as the people of God. God's blessings, God's peace. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, but we look forward to seeing you soon.